Look at my sunflowers.
Oh, for God's sake, Niles!
Hey everyone, welcome back to my One Direction channel. If you're interested in subscribing to my main channel, it's always linked in the description. I make other videos over there, go check them out. So I'm sure if you've been watching my channel for long enough, you are all familiar with my ranking videos that I do. This series of ranking videos kind of started when I ranked all of One Direction's songs, and then I did One Direction's hairstyles. And for a long time, all of you have been waiting for me to do solo song rankings. I've been planning to do solo rankings for a while. I just wanted to wait until I got more accustomed to Heartbreak Weather so that I could judge those songs fairly, because I didn't want to do it as soon as it came out. I needed to spend more time with the album before I could do this. But now I'd say I'm very, very well acquainted with all of their albums and stuff that I want to rank. Primarily Harry, Louis, and Niall. So for today's video, I'm going to be ranking Harry, Niall, and Louis' songs, all of them. I'm going to do both of Harry's albums, both of Niall's albums. I'm going to do Walls, and then all of Louis' like singles that he released before Walls came out. It's not my intention to make it seem like I'm like singling out Zayn or something. Just a lot of people were not interested in my Icarus Falls and Mind of Mine rankings. That is the sole one and only reason why I'm not doing them. I don't have anything against Zayn. I love him to death. I love both of those albums to death. So if enough of you really, really want me to include those rankings, I can do them in a separate video. Not a problem. And I'm not doing LP1 because I don't know any of the songs on LP1. I've talked in videos before about how I do love and admire Liam so much, but I never listened to LP1 really all the way through because it's just not my style. I don't really listen to it. So it wouldn't be fair for me to try and rank LP1 songs when I don't even know them. But there are songs on LP1 that I know, obviously, because I knew them before the album came out. I really do love Strip That Down and Familiar. So if I were going to rank those, they would be up in the higher tiers. But since I haven't heard anything else on LP1 besides Both Ways, I'm just not gonna do LP1. So without further distraction, here we go with my solo album rankings. Just a little disclaimer before I actually get into these rankings. The same disclaimer that I put in every single ranking video that I ever do. This ranking video is all in good fun. I have my song opinions, you have your song opinions. We can still get along though. No need to get all riled up in the comments, as people tend to when they find out that someone doesn't like the same songs as them. It's okay, baby, I promise, it's okay. You don't have to agree. It's all just a fun time for everyone. So as always, when I do a ranking video, I'm going to read you off my categories. I try to change them every single time I do a ranking video because I don't want them to always be the same. I like to switch it up and name them different things. So for this ranking video, the top tier, very, very top tier, is called There's Nothing Better. Meaning these songs are the best of the best, the elite, the supreme. Then the tier underneath that is called Still Slaps, meaning it's not in my top 5, it's not the best of the best of the best, but it's still amazing, still deserves love and respect, it's still high up there. Then the next tier is called She's Alright. Like, I might skip it every once in a while. It's not an absolute favorite, but it doesn't suck, you know? Then the next category is called I'd Probably Rather Go Bald. Don't really like this song. Probably would skip it every time it came on. Wouldn't be too upset if it wasn't on the album in the first place. But not the worst of the worst, you know? Then, of course, we have the Electric Chair. I don't think there's any songs that I could think of that are like Electric Chair. I might make myself be a little bit more harsh in this video because I love almost every song on all of their albums. So it might be hard to like get it mixed up. So I might have to make it like more harsh just so this will be more interesting. So we're gonna start this off by doing my self-titled rankings, Harry Styles by Harry Styles. Okay, so the first song up is Meet Me in the Hallway. Meet me in the hall. It's a good song. Meet Me in the Hallway is a good song. She's excellent. This is hard. Okay, I'm gonna put Meet Me in the Hallway in... I have to be harsh. I have to be harsh. Otherwise, they're all gonna be in the top 2 tiers. I hate it here. I hate it here. Meet Me in the Hallway. Okay, I'm sorry. I have to put it in the second category, Still Slaps. I thought about putting it in She's Alright, but she's better than Alright. Meet Me in the Hallway is amazing. I need to listen to Meet Me in the Hallway more often. Next, we have Sign of the Times. I like Sign of the Times. I think a lot of people love Sign of the Times. That part at the end where he's like screaming, "We got to get away!" That's what kind of sells me on this song. I have to put it in Still Slaps. I'm so sorry. Like, I want to be harsh, but I just can't put this lower. It's a musical masterpiece. Sign of the Times is going in Still Slaps. Oh, my screen is being wonky. Sign of the Times is going in Still Slaps. So next up we have Sweet Creature. Sweet Creature's not my favorite. I'm sorry. I can feel all the dislikes on this video right now. I mean, I like Sweet Creature. I cried my eyes out when he sang it at my shows. Beautiful message indeed. But I think I'm gonna put Sweet Creature in She's Alright. Not the best there is, but it doesn't deserve to be low. So, Carolina! I'm gonna put Carolina in the top tier. There's nothing better. A lot of people hate on Carolina, but I am one of the biggest Carolina stans in existence. I think she's amazing. It's not my favorite song on Self-Titled, but I love Carolina. If Carolina was a human being, I would risk my life for her. Kiwi. I really love Kiwi. I still to this day am not sure if I understand Kiwi, but it's a great song. Harry performed it 3 times in a row at his last show. Obviously he loves that song. I think I'm gonna put Kiwi in Still Slaps. Next up we have Only Angel, which is one of my personal favorites on Self-Titled. So this is also gonna go up in There's Nothing Better, because there really isn't. Only Angel is so good. And I remember one time I was looking at some kind of stats and I found out that Only Angel is the song on Self-Titled that has the least amount of streams out of all of them. That blows my mind. How? Y'all not streaming Only Angel? Why not? Okay, next up we have, you know, Ever Since New York. Thing is, I don't really like Ever Since Ever Since New York. Ah, there it is again, everyone running to go dislike this video. Every time I tell someone that I don't like Ever Since New York, they hate me. I'm gonna put Ever Since New York in the I'd probably rather go bald category. It's not that I hate it, it's just not my favorite in the world. So next up we have Two Ghosts. I'm gonna put Two Ghosts in She's Alright with Sweet Creature. Next up we have Woman, one of my favorite songs ever. I'm gonna put Woman up here in Still Slaps. I don't want to put too many songs up in the highest category. That's reserved for the best of the best. And while Woman is amazing, I'm not gonna put it up in like the top 5 category. I love that beat. That beat is just everything to me. It's so good. Like his voice is so deep and such like, I don't understand how anyone could ever hate Woman. Then last but not least we have From the Dining Table, my queen. From the Dining Table deserves to be kissed on the forehead and tucked into bed every single night. I'm putting this in There's Nothing Better. Maybe if I can grip the screen. There we go. Usually doing these ranking videos is really hard, but this one I'd say is pretty accurate for me. So next we're going to rank all the songs on Fine Line in the same tier maker. So up first we have Adore You. Not even gonna stall on this one. It's going up and There's Nothing Better. Adore You is my favorite song on Fine Line. It has been for a while. So good. And it never gets old either. Like I can listen to Adore You over and over and over and it's still just as amazing as the first time that I heard it. Then we have Golden. So I'm gonna put Golden in She's Alright. Not top tier for me, but I wouldn't skip it every time, but I might skip it here and there. So Golden, you're gonna go down here and She's Alright. She's Alright. Then we have Lights Up. A lot of people all of a sudden stopped liking Lights Up and it confuses me so much. I love Lights Up, everything about it. The lyrics, what it means, the beat, Harry's sound. So I'm putting Lights Up in Still Slaps, the second tier, because it does. Watermelon Sugar is also very similar situation. A lot of people just hate Watermelon Sugar. The instruments in Watermelon Sugar are insane. They're so good. Deserves a Grammy itself without the vocals. But the song, I love the song. So I'm gonna put Watermelon Sugar in... Oh, I put Lights Up in the wrong category. It goes up here and Still Slaps. Didn't even realize. Sorry, Lights Up. I didn't mean to put you down there. But yeah, Watermelon Sugar is gonna go up there with Still Slaps too. Next up we have Cherry. Cuckoo, don't you call me what you used to call me. You think that I'm gonna get copyrighted because I sound so much like Harry?
No, not in the slightest.
Nobody asked you. I'm just gonna cut right to the chase. I hate Cherry. I am a Cherry hater and I will say it. I'm so sorry, but I'm gonna have to put Cherry in the electric chair. It feels so wrong putting a Harry song in the electric chair. I never thought I would see this day, but like I said many times, I have to be harsh on myself or this tier maker will be empty. Next up we have Falling. I do like Falling, but Falling isn't quite as sad as it was to me when I first heard it. But I don't feel too connected to Falling. It's not the best of the best to me. It's kind of just there. So I'd say I'm gonna put Falling in. I'd probably rather go Bald. Because I mean, I'd skip it. I would. I mean, but it's not horrible. So I'll put Falling in. I'd probably rather go Bald. That category name is so harsh. Like, I make it sound so bad when it's not that bad. Next up, we have To Be So Lonely. I love To Be So Lonely. I'm gonna put that up here and Still Slaps. I think what I'm gonna do is put my top 3 from each album in the top tier. So my top 3 from Self-Titled was Carolina, Only Angel, and From the Dining Table. So I'm also gonna put my top 3 from Fine Line up there. So I'm gonna put She up there and There's Nothing Better because that's in my top 3. Sunflower Volume 6, no hesitation, Still Slaps. I love Sunflower. Canyon Moon. Canyon Moon technically isn't in my top 3, but I still want to put it up and There's Nothing Better because I love Canyon Moon so much. I'm going to put Canyon Moon and Still Slaps since I technically can't put it in the top tier. But just know that I love Canyon Moon so much. She deserves every right. Treat People with Kindness. I'm gonna put it in She's Alright. Not my favorite, but not horrible. I would rank it higher than Cherry. A lot of people hate Treat People with Kindness, and I kind of did at first too. When I first heard it, I was like, but I've grown to love it so much. It's just a fun song. And that leaves us with Fine Line, which is going to complete my top 3 off of Fine Line and go up here in the There's Nothing Better, because I love Fine Line. These are all the songs that I put in my very top category, There's Nothing Better. These songs are so amazing, still deserving of so much love and respect. These songs are alright. I'd probably skip them every once in a while. These songs are just not the best. And this one song, Electric Cherry. So next up, I'm going to be ranking all of Louis' songs. I have new categories for this rankings because, like I said, I like to change them. So for the top tier, I have Baptized Me. Then the second tier is called Besties for Life. Then the third tier is called Maybe Sometimes. The fourth category is called Zero Calories and Sugar Free. And then, of course, the Electric Chair. So like I said, I always use pre-made tier makers. I just make my own categories. So the songs at the bottom are in the randomest order ever. I don't even know what the order is. So we're just going to go through and rank the ones as they come, I guess. So the first one on this list is Always You. I think I'm going to put Always You in Besties for Life. I love Always You. Oh, I need to make a rule for myself for this one. So I think I'm only going to put one song from Louis' like singles that aren't on Walls in the Baptized Me category. And then the rest of Walls, I'll do my top 3. So next up is Defenseless. Definitely going up in the top tier. Defenseless is one of my top 3 on Walls. I talked about this when I did my reaction, how I claimed Defenseless as my fave right from the start when he performed it in Spain. Like, I truly wonder how my future child will feel knowing that I will never love them as much as I love Defenseless by Louis Tomlinson. Next up is Don't Let It Break Your Heart. I'm going to put Don't Let It Break Your Heart in the same category, Besties for Life. I can't rank it any lower. I'd feel too bad. Don't Let It Break Your Heart spent so long being one of my favorite singles that I can't put it any lower. Next up we have Fearless. I really, really love Fearless, but I'm going to try and be a little bit more harsh on myself, like I said. So I'm going to put Fearless in the Maybe Sometimes category, because I do love Fearless. I really do. Just know that. I probably wouldn't even ever skip Fearless. It's just not like top 5 for me. Habit. I'm sorry. I don't know where to put this. I think I'm going to put Habit in Zero Calories and Sugar Free. Not that I'm a Habit hater. Okay, I listen to Habit, I like Habit. It's just not a favorite. If I had to rank all of these songs in order, Habit would be very low. And I apologize on behalf of me and every other Princess Park lover out there because I love it. Princess Park remains my favorite thing that's ever happened ever. But that's only one part of the song. You have to look at the bigger picture. Kill My Mind. Fuck, this is harder than I thought. I'm gonna put Kill My Mind in Maybe Sometimes. I know that's Louis' like all-time favorite on his own album, but it's not in my top 5, but I still love Kill My Mind. It's very important to me. It's kind of the one song that launched this whole thing in the first place, and it's a fun song. It goes off live. Only the brave baptized me. Baptized me. Only the brave didn't just baptize me, it saved my life. It gave me a reason to keep going. It gave me a reason to wake up every day. If that song didn't exist, I wouldn't either. Perfect Now. I love Perfect Now. I know a lot of people hate Perfect Now and always say that it's their least fave. But Perfect Now is in no way, shape, or form my least favorite song on Walls. I love Perfect Now, but not quite enough to put it up high, so I'm going to put it in maybe sometimes. But I do love Perfect Now. Too Young. I'm going to put... I'm so sorry, but I'm going to put Too Young down here in the 0 calories and sugar-free. I'm not the biggest Too Young fan. I'd say Too Young is my least favorite song on Walls. The message behind it is quite cute, yes. Also quite heartbreaking. Be sorry that I hurt you, darling. It kills me inside. But the song itself, like when it comes to like the music, instrumental and stuff like that, it's just, don't vibe with it that much. And Two of Us, I'm gonna put Two of Us in maybe sometimes. Two of Us is obviously like a really emotional song, really immensely important song to Louis. Something that I'm so proud of him for even having the courage to like put out there like he does. But it's not my story, you know what I'm saying? It's Louis's. That belongs to him. Walls is in my top 3 favorites on Walls, so I'm gonna put it up here in Baptized Me with Only the Brave and Defenseless. That is, might I say, my holy trinity for life. So then next up we have We Made It. I'm gonna put We Made It in Besties for Life. I love We Made It. That's another one of those songs that people liked when it was a single, but then when the album came out, everyone's like, never mind. No, baby, I still love you. So then now we have Louis songs that aren't on Walls and more of his songs that are singles that came out before Walls. So first is Back to You. A lot of people, once again, just don't like Back to You. But I love Back to You. I think it's a great song. I think it's very catchy, very vibey. I go off to Back to You. I love it. So I'm going to put Back to You in Besties for Life. Not afraid to admit it. I love that song. Not to be confused with Back for You, which I hate. So then we have Just Hold On. I don't really like Just Hold On that much, but Louis' version of it that he's been singing live, I like it a lot better. So I'm going to put Just Hold On down here and maybe sometimes. Oops. Don't hate it. I don't hate it at all whatsoever. I love Just Hold On. Just Like You. I hate to say this because Just Like You is another like really important song. Like the message behind it, what Louis is trying to tell people, I'm just like you, is important. And the lyric video is something that's beyond me. Like he did so well with the symbolism and the messages in his lyric video. But the song itself, not a favorite. I'm going to put Just Like You down here in 0 calories and sugar-free. And then that leaves Miss You. Wow, truly saving the best for last. I'm going to put Miss You up here in Baptized Me because it's my favorite like single that's not on Walls. So these are all the songs that I put in my top tier Baptized Me. These songs are my besties for life. Will go to the grave with them because they're still amazing. These are the songs that I like, but aren't exactly my favorite. These songs, I'd probably skip them. And then for Louis, there is no electric chair, I guess. I didn't even realize that I didn't put any songs in the electric chair, but there's truly just no song that he has where I'm just like, ugh. So good for Louis. Okay, so now last but certainly not least, we're going to rank all of Niles' songs. So let me read to you the new categories. The top tier is called Keep Me Alive. Then we have Award Winning. Then we have I'll Allow It. Then we have Fire the Producer Maybe. And then of course,
Electric Chair.
The first song on this list is This Town. Of course, it's the first song Niall ever released. But I think I'm gonna put it in I'll Allow It. Still, I'm sure a lot of you know how I feel about Still. It's one of my absolute favorites on Heartbreak Weather ever. So perfect. Like the "It'll Be Alright," it makes you so emotional, but the "Still in Love with You," the soft guitar, the whistling at the end, it's just so powerful. Everything about it. I love Still. So I'm putting it in Keep Me Alive, because this song really do. I mean, it hurts me really bad too, but in the best way possible. Next up we have Black and White. I love Black and White. That was originally my favorite when I first heard Heartbreak Weather. I originally loved Black and White so much. I'm putting Black and White in award-winning. Next up we have Small Talk. This is so hard. I just realized how hard Heartbreak Weather is going to be because I want to put every single song in the second tier. Small Talk I'm also going to put in award-winning because I love it. I couldn't put it any lower. Next up is Cross Your Mind. I'm also going to put Cross Your Mind in award-winning. I told you, this is so hard. I just can't rank it low. Cross Your Mind is so good. Dear Patience. Ew, why did my voice do that? Dear Patience is my favorite song on Heartbreak Weather, so it's definitely going to go up here in Keep Me Alive. Niles' little high note in it just makes me so happy. So next up we randomly have the song Flicker, just in the middle of all the Heartbreak Weather tracks. Don't know why, but Flicker. I'm going to put Flicker in award-winning. Then we have No Judgment. I'm going to put No Judgment in I'll Allow It. Not exactly a favorite, but it's still really cute and catchy, so. Then we have On the Loose. Fire the Producer, maybe. On the Loose has always been one of my least favorite on Flickr, though. Up next, we have Everywhere. No hesitation, Everywhere is going to go up here in the Keep Me Alive. That's going to be the final part to my top 3 in Heartbreak Weather. I love Everywhere. I love the fast pace of it, like the clapping noise in the background, everything about Everywhere. The Tide. I'm going to put The Tide in award-winning. I really love that song. Then we have Arms of a Stranger. I really want to be harsh on myself, but I can't. I love Arms of a Stranger. I'm going to put it in award-winning. Arms of a Stranger, a Grammy? Yeah. Seeing Blind. I'll allow it. Yeah, I'll allow it. Nice to Meet Ya. Award-winning. I'm sorry. I know so many songs are going in award-winning, but I love Nice to Meet Ya. A lot of people hate Nice to Meet Ya. Same thing after it becomes a single and then the album comes out. Everyone's like, never mind, I hate it. But I still love Nice to Meet Ya. I will defend her until I am deceased. Fire Away. Fire Away is gonna go in I'll Allow It. Not a fave, but not the worst. Mirrors. I love Mirrors. That's one of my top 3 on Flickr, so I'm going to put that up here in Keep Me Alive. Heartbreak Weather. I'm going to put Heartbreak Weather in the I'll Allow It just to be a little harsh on myself. I want to put it in award-winning, but not in my top 5, but it's still really good. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong, but I'll allow it. New Angel, same thing. I'll allow it. Put a Little Love on Me. No hesitation, award-winning. I think that's definitely his best single when it comes to Heartbreak Weather. Put a Little Love on Me. Best. You and Me. I'm gonna put You and Me in award-winning. On My Own. Should I put On My Own in the electric chair? Yeah, I guess. I mean, On My Own doesn't actually really deserve the electric chair. It's just my least favorite Niles song out of all of them. That's the only reason it's going in the electric chair. I'm putting Seeing Blind in the Fire the Producer. Because I don't really like that song that much. Too Much to Ask. Too Much to Ask is my number 1 on Flickr. Keep getting all my albums mixed up. Number 1 on Flickr is Too Much to Ask, so it's going to go up here and Keep Me Alive. Next up we have Bend the Rules. Not my favorite on Heartbreak Weather, so I'm going to put it down here in the I'll Allow It. Still a good song, just not top tier. You know. San Francisco, definitely award-winning. I love San Francisco so much. That's probably like my 4th favorite, just right under the top 3. So good. Slow Hands, award-winning. One of my favorite Niles singles. Paper Houses is the final piece to my top 3 on Flickr, so it's gonna go up here and Keep Me Alive. And that, ladies and gentlemen, and non-binary pals, is all of Niles' songs put into a tier maker.